Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today what we're going to discuss is one of the biggest issues I see regularly when we miss the green, when we're on a tightly mowed area, and the tendency is the way we approach this shot requires a slightly adjustment when we're compared to when we're playing a parkland course where the ball kind of sits up. We need to use a little bit more of the bounce. One of the biggest issues I see on a regular basis is when people set up to this shot, we see is a lot of golfers will play the golf ball too far back in the stance. They'll really lean the handle forward compared to the grip end, so they'll drag the handle forward. As you can see from there, the grip end of the club wants to move away from my left hip. We create a little bit of gap in my left hip, and what happens from there is when I do that, the leading edge is going to dig into the ground. So the bottom edge of the club's going to dig into the ground. So my low point is going to be significantly in front of the golf ball, really reduce the loft on the club. The leading edge is going to dig into the ground. We're going to get a low shot, going to hit a shot where the right palm points too much down towards the ground. So the right palm points down too much towards the ground. Great if you're trying to create some compression and lag with your full shots, but when we've got this shot, when we have too much, I guess you could say, forward shaft lean, the leading edge is going to dig into the ground. We're going to create too much compression, the ball's going to shoot off low, we're going to struggle to control the flight of the shot. So don't play the ball too far back in the stance. The leading edge of the club digs into the ground. We want to use more of the sole of the club, which is known as the bounce, so the trailing edge of the club. When you set up with the ball too far back in your stance, when we create too much, I guess you could call it shaft lean, where the grip end of this club, we pull the grip down towards the ground, the leading edge is going to dig into the ground like that. What we want to do is we want to feel like the club head and hands arrive at the ball at the same time. We don't want to drag the handle forward where the leading edge digs into the ground. We compromise strike. We want to visualise that we're trying to get the club to hit the ground 1 or 2 inches before the golf ball. So we're allowing the club to hit the ground, which is going to help us utilise the bounce. So we're not dragging the club down and forwards where the left shoulder gets too low. And when you feel like your left shoulder and the grip end of the club are working through, the left shoulder and the grip end of the club are working up and left through impact, that's going to allow the club head to hit the ground a little bit earlier. And it's also going to allow the butt end of the club to work in conjunction with my left hip. So left shoulder working up the way, chest extend towards the sky, with the right palm physically feeling like it's more towards the sky, the palm of the hand's more towards the sky than what it is down towards the ground. Set up to the ball, don't have it too far back, have it a little bit forward. On the way through, don't drag the handle forward where the butt end of the club goes low and left. Try and feel like left shoulder's working up and left through impact. That's going to contribute to the grip end of the club working up and left through impact as well. And right palm to the sky, which is going to keep this face nice and open. Left shoulder working up and left through impact. Also the butt end of the club, feel like the club head hits the ground earlier than where the golf ball is, almost like this. See there, didn't take much of a divot. Right palm to the sky, left shoulder working up towards the sky, and let the butt end of the club work up and left through impact. Hope that makes sense. Any questions regarding that, post comments below with anything you need assistance with over the next few weeks.